Governor Ned Lamont has declared this weekend, quote, Connecticut is the basketball capital of the world, and the UConn basketball student athletes are the best and most talented in the nation. So let's support our Huskies in bringing the NCAA championship trophies back home where they belong weekend. Thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
I wonder if he ran that by the marketing team first before he declared that.
That's a good one.
I'm Sarah Sanchez. Well, we have around 48 hours between now and UConn's Final Four games. There are two of them.
Yeah, our crews have touched down in both Phoenix and Indianapolis. Fox 61's Alexa Harley joins us live from Indy, where she's been living out of her suitcase for about a month now. So, Alexa, what's happening out there?
Yeah, Hurley and I are two peas in a pod. We've had the same wardrobe plan the last couple of weeks. Come back from either Philly, D.C., throw it in the washer, put it back in the suitcase, and hit the road. And speaking of clothes, we got the merch table behind us. If you guys want anything, just email me your sizes, and I'll bring it back to the station when this is all said and done. But let's get serious. This is the Final Four. It's the basketball mountaintop. It's a cause for celebration. The Huskies are excited to be here. But Dan Hurley did say today that they do not hang banners for Final Fours, only national championships. And they got one game between them and a trip back to the title game. And Hurley says he's feeling pretty good about the health of his team right now. It's kind of been a little bit shaky in the tournament so far. The big one to watch out for has been Silas Demery Jr. He's been battling a high ankle sprain for the entire NCAA tournament. But you really wouldn't know with the way that he has been playing so far. I go back to that Duke Elite 8 game. He was the guy that had that clutch block to get Braylon Mullins the ball, and then, of course, the rest was history. But he said today that he's feeling about 90%, which is probably the highest percentage rating that he's given himself. He still is taking a lot of practice, taking a lot of off-court reps, and working on getting that muscle back to full strength. So we'll see where he is when we get to game time on Saturday. Now, UConn and Illinois, that's going to be the first Final Four matchup right here at Lucas Oil Stadium at 6:09 p.m. on Saturday. These two teams have faced off before. Back in November, UConn did get the win, but they were battling injuries there. They got the win there, so Dan Hurley feels pretty confident about his squad's ability to walk away with a win on Saturday. Now, make sure you tune into Connecticut Game Week on Friday right here on Fox 61 at a special time. That episode's going to air at 5 p.m. Sean Humphrey and I will join from our respective arenas. He'll be in Phoenix, I'll be here in Indianapolis, and we'll break down both the men's and women's Final Four journeys and much, much more. You're not going to miss that episode. Live in Lucas Oil Stadium, Alexa Harley, Fox 61 Sports.
Thank you, Alexa. Well, not everyone expected the UConn men to make this as much of a statement in this year's tournament. Hope we don't get any heat for that. But you know who was absolutely living up to the hype all month long?
The UConn women have continued their dominating season and now have a well-earned and frankly widely expected Final Four matchup tomorrow. Fox 61 Sean Humphrey gives us a look ahead of their matchup from sunny Phoenix, Arizona.
It's a little bit of calm before the storm here in Phoenix, but the clouds of the Final Four here in sunny Arizona have brought in 4 #1 seeds to vie for the ultimate prize in women's college hoops, and that's the national championship. Of course, UConn, the defending national champions, carry an undefeated record and a 54-game win streak into Phoenix, and they'll have to play South Carolina, whom UConn beat in the Final Four and in the national championship game last year, an 82-59 victory in Paige Becker's final college game in Tampa. Of course, South Carolina is going to be looking for revenge, and UConn wants to prove it still is the top dog as it has been over the course of the season, the tournament's #1 overall seed. We got to see both teams practice, and I got to tell you, UConn great Rebecca Lobo is absolutely stoked for this matchup. You'll hear our conversation with her tomorrow on Connecticut Game Week. But for now, from Mortgage Matchup Center in Phoenix, Sean Humphrey, Fox 61 Sports.
Thank you, Sean. And with the Huskies on the hunt again, UConn students, of course, they're feeling the hype, and campus is buzzing with excitement. Fox 61 photojournalist Del Torado Torres has more from Stores.
I think the hype is a lot more prevalent. I think everyone's especially super excited about that, Braylon Mullins shot at the end of the last game.
That was so cool, I'm not gonna lie to you.
When the shot was scored, I mean, everyone was just like running in, like out of their dorms, like all excited. So I'm just ready for that same energy.
I've gone to like all the watch parties and everything every year that I've been here, and it's been cool to keep up with the teams, support them through the championships, and it's so much fun.
It's awesome supporting them and seeing them do well, just watching their success.
Go Huskies!
Speeds.
UConn.
Huskies.
Huskies.
UConn. Woo.
Go Huskies! You'll just see people walking around, you know, repping the merch, repping all of like the jerseys, the numbers, and I just think it's cool that we all have that united love for basketball and for our teams.
I would fully expect the women's team to go all the way. I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to back with another championship.
They're gonna crush it.
Yeah.
No doubt about
100%.
it. We're not even gonna like sweat.
To win. It's going to be electric on campus, and we're so excited.
Oh, looks like a lot of fun out there on campus. People are really still excited about it. Okay, so you know it doesn't matter if it rains or shines for basketball games, but it does matter for baseball games. And we're going to take you to Duncan Park in just a bit for the Hartford Yard Goats opening day. In the meantime, let's check in on the game day forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank. Rach?
Yeah, not feeling very much like baseball weather, but that's okay. It can always be worse this time of year, right? Here's a look at the 24-hour temperature change. It is up to as much as 24 degrees colder than it was at this time yesterday in Bridgeport. Earlier, it was 30 to 35 degrees colder than yesterday. Yesterday in the early afternoon, we ended up seeing some highs in the mid and even upper 70s. A far cry from the temperature board out there at 6 p.m. today. 38 currently for Windham, 43 for the New Haven area. There were a couple sprinkles that passed through. Looks like those are moving out of here, and we will be dry for the remainder of the evening tonight. So no weather issues other than the chill. There could be a couple showers right before or around daybreak tomorrow, but that's about it. Overnight lows will be in the 30s as we head towards daybreak tomorrow. Maybe a bit damp to start with some areas of mist. Clouds slowly break for a little sun, and we rebound back up into the 50s. So today's cooler weather only lasts for one day. We'll talk about what that means for Easter weekend coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, President Donald Trump has removed Attorney General Pam Bondi from the Department of Justice. For now, she will be replaced by Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche. A report from CNN said the president had been weighing the decision for days. It said he became frustrated with Bondi on several fronts, including her handling of records tied to Jeffrey Epstein and a lack of prosecutions. Trump has considered the possibility of appointing Bondi as a judge after her departure from the Justice Department.
The Inspector General says 3 Hartford police officers were justified in shooting and killing William Bowen last year. Police say Bowen at the time was streaming on Instagram Live, flashing 2 guns. When officers found him on Homestead Avenue, they say he pointed a gun at them. 2 officers fired at him, but he kept running. Bowen reportedly got rid of the 2 guns while running, but the report notes the officers didn't know that he had tossed them. Around the corner, investigators say Bowen ran toward another officer with his phone in his hand. Video shows him ordering Bowen to drop the gun, and that's when the police officer shot him 4 times, ultimately killing him.
Well, a driver was killed and 2 others were hospitalized yesterday following a crash in Tolland. State police say Emmanuel Dambaragian was driving when he crashed into another car, causing both cars to crash into a pole. This happened at the Slater and Old Stafford Roads intersection. First responders pronounced the 85-year-old dead at the scene. Troopers say his passenger is seriously hurt. They say the other driver is expected to be okay. Investigators haven't said what caused that crash. Hartford police are now investigating a stabbing.
Yeah, neighbors say they're worried, pointing out that this has happened here before. Fox 61's Priscilla Mays is in Hartford with what we know so far.
Police say the victim in this case is expected to be okay, but nearby workers and neighbors tell me this is not the first time they've seen police activity here, and it's starting to take a toll.
Hartford police responded to South Marshall Street just before 11 in the morning for reports of a stabbing. Authorities say the victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators are now searching for a male suspect who they say is already known to police. According to Hartford PD, that suspect was recently arrested for an assault in the same area, possibly even the same apartment. Police also say he's believed to be on probation or parole and may be armed. A knife was recovered at the scene. For people who live and work nearby, the heavy police presence brought both concern and some relief.
When I saw the police, I have a peace of mind. They came to check what's going on. So I'm okay now.
But others say repeated incidents are making it harder to feel safe on the job.
Yeah, this makes everybody a little uncomfortable. The guy, that's my demo guy, he didn't even want to come down here because he was nervous. He called, wanted to cancel his appointment, but I told him I think we're all right to come up here.
He says this isn't the first time police have been called to the area recently.
But I have a couple friends that are Hartford police that are out here that they said the neighborhood's not very good. His cop just said they've been out here twice in 1 week already.
As police continue their search, neighbors say they're hoping this latest incident leads to more long-term solutions.
Police say this is an ongoing investigation and anyone with information is asked to come forward and contact Hartford Police. In Hartford, Priscilla Meza, Fox 61.
Well, it's that time of year again. The Hartford Yard Goats are ready to start their season, and they're doing it, of course, at Duncan Park.
In just under an hour, the game time, there will where the Goats will face the Chesapeake Bay Sox. More fans are starting to fill the seats now, and it looks like Fox 61's Jamel Johnson has some more fans by his side. Jamel, we hear you have some trivia questions ready.
Yeah, I do have some trivia questions. Before we get to that, though, I'm joined by Bill Morgan. He is a ticket holder for 18 games for the Hartford Yard Goats. How are you doing today? How are you feeling on opening day?
Great. It's exciting to be here, and the stadium looks great.
Yes, sir. And I do have some trivia questions. You signed up for this, so we're going to try to throw some at you. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. The first one, what is the current major league team the Yard Goats are a AA affiliate for?
Colorado Rockies.
Nice, okay. What was the first major league team they were a AA affiliate for?
Wow. New Britain Rockcats, I think you stumped me on that one.
So it was the Boston Red Sox when they were in Massachusetts. Yeah. And then what are the blue and green colors on the team's colorway inspired by?
Hartford Whalers.
There you go. Okay. All right. The Yard Goats relocated to Hartford in 2016, but had to play all their home games on the road that season. What was the reason why?
We were building this beautiful stadium, one of the best in the minor leagues nations.
One of the best in the minor leagues nations. He got it right. And speaking of the stadium was actually voted the best AA ballpark. How many times? That was the question.
I believe it's 3 times now.
So it was actually 5 times. So we got 4 times by the Ballpark Digest, 2017, 2018, 2021, and 2022, and then 1 this past year by Newsweek, 2025. So those are some of the questions. You did really, really good. I'm not going to lie. I think we got a real Hartford Yard Goat fan right here. I had to do my research as well to figure out some of those questions. So thank you so much, Bill, for your time. I really appreciate it.
Go Yard Goats.
Go Yard Goats. Hopefully we beat the Bay Sox today, and we have some pretty decent weather to do it as well. For right now, live in Hartford, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.